Hi, this is Adriana from Patch. I have gotten some things out, so I'm going to make another video update. What we're looking at right here are two watermelon seed germinations. It's the Bush Sugar Baby variety. So they were supposed to take 7 to 10 days to germinate. Today's the 7th day, and they're really looking good. They're really big. I guess from big seeds come big plants. I think you can see them a little bit better like this. They haven't quite opened up yet. Then over here in this cup, sadly, we've got a dead strawberry. I put it in the topsy-turvy, and I'm going to head over there to show you that. You can see it as we're going along. I planted this yesterday. I planted 15 strawberry plants in the topsy-turvy, and the top two died because the soil had pulled down from watering and it just wasn't coating the roots properly. I was able to salvage one of the two that was dying in the topsy-turvy planter, but the other one, as you saw, was completely dead, and so I couldn't salvage it. But the plants that are in there look really good. So now we're going to go over to Patch Market itself. This is Patch Market. This is the reason I call it that, because it's behind the side gate. So we'll just go in, and you can see I've got my raised bed. I put down some tiles to just make it look even nicer. I've got my plant markers right here. I put these iceberg lettuce heads in yesterday, and nice. In these plots right here, you can see I'm growing the Danvers and the red cores. They haven't germinated yet, but they've got a couple more days, so I'm hoping they will come out. And right here, we've got the cherry bell radishes. They were supposed to germinate in 4 days. They started germination yesterday, and they're looking really amazing, actually. Going outside, and our weather's going to go back down to cool, so hopefully that'll give our lettuce and our radishes some time in the cool weather, since they are cool, warm crops. As you can see, or actually I don't know if you can, these have a little bit of sun scorch on them. But I started these from seed tape, and they're looking really good. I mean, they've really come out in their little rows here. And then over here in this bucket, I've got 7 seascapes. The one in the middle is a tiny one that I've spoken about, the little sort of grindalow that they send you that's supposed to die, but it's still going strong. And I was able to plant this many in this bucket because it's a container. You can fit more in a container. And I'm not going to let them run her off, so hopefully that'll be okay. And I'll get some fruit from there, and I'll get some fruit from the topsy-turvy, hopefully. And if one doesn't work, then hopefully the other works. This is my original plant. It's the first one I planted. It's this spinach, the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, and I know you can see just a few all the germinations, and in between each germinating seed or seedling here, we've got one little leaf. So that means that they're progressing. That third leaf is what you're looking for when you germinate. It's not just about germinating, it's about getting to the next step. So I'm going to show you some stuff in the greenhouse that were just tests that have gotten to the next step. Okay, here are some of our tests. These ones were primed radish seeds, and as you can see, they've gotten to that second step where they're growing a second set of leaves. These ones have been growing the second set for a couple days now. And they're looking really good. I don't know if you can see those that well, but you see. So what I've got in my raised bed, once they get to this point, whichever ones don't get them, those will be the ones I thin out. And these ones were soak seeds as well. I did them a little bit later. You can see that they are sun scorched because they've been outside. There's a little bit of sun scorch right there. And so this was just a timing thing I wanted to see. These actually fell out and were replanted as you know, after they had germinated a bit under the soil, and they've been doing really well for having fallen out of their container. Then over here, I've got some spinach seeds that are also getting to that next step. I don't know if you can see in between there. And so when my containers all get to this point, if some don't, I'll thin the ones that don't. And these ones were transplanted and are doing really well. They were transplanted from pre-germinations in a bottle into this soil, and these ones actually were semi-dumped out as well. So plants aren't as sensitive as they look. So now we're coming up to my fairy garden. This is the one I planted as a test of soil and resilience for spinach plants. And I know you can see these three little plants here, and amazingly enough, we've got one that's gotten to the next step and is growing its second set of leaves. So actually, the other two seem to have a tiny little bud of a second leaf coming in there.